Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Have you ever had a teacher no-show? If so, you can probably relate to that feeling. Panic, fear, maybe even remorse for your students who sat there waiting for you. I've had a few close calls, but thankfully I've never had a teacher no-show in over 6,500 classes with VIPKid. I hope my alarm works tomorrow. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed, first of all, welcome. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a great deal as I'm building my channel, and also it will notify you of upcoming videos. Okay, so even though I have never had a teacher no-show in the 3 years that I've been with VIPKid, I have had a teacher no-show without school. It happened to me in the very beginning of teaching without school, because I was very used to VIPKid's platform. And on VIPKid's platform, you cannot be booked within an hour of your class start time. You have to mark the class short notice in order for that to happen. And I just wasn't thinking. I had checked my schedule the night before and there was nothing, 0 learners. So after I finished teaching VIPKid for the morning, I kind of forgot and didn't think to check. Not my best moment, not a great start, and not a good feeling. From then, I realized that I cannot let that happen again. One thing that I do value is my reputation with the students. I want them to know that I will be there. If for some reason I am not there or I have to cancel, something's wrong. Something has happened. So I want to maintain that, not just with VIPKid students, but with out-school students as well. So, how to avoid teacher no-shows? I would say with out-school, it's probably a little bit easier because most people are wide awake when we're teaching out-school. But with VIPKid, because we teach in the wee hours of the morning, we need that kick to get us up and out of bed. So here are some tips to help you avoid a teacher no-show. If you work for VIPKid, GoGoKid, Magic Ears, any of the companies that teach children over in China or the other side of the world somewhere, this is for you. My first tip, and it might seem obvious, but some people don't do this. Check your schedule before bed. Yeah, check it. Make note of any short notice slots that you have opened. If you don't want them open, go ahead and close them. That way you can't be booked. If you do want them, then be sure you set your alarm for the right time. Number 2, do not, I repeat, do not rely on the VIPKid app alarm. That thing works sporadically at best. As a matter of fact, for me, the VIPKid alarm only works if my app is open. Like literally, if I've opened up my app, then it will ring. Sometimes. Most of the time. Usually. But if my app is not open, that will let me sleep right through class. Do not rely on that alarm. Do not. Use it as your last resort, 3rd or 4th backup alarm. But know that unless your app is open, it's probably not going to work. Number 3, and again, it might seem like common sense to some, but have a backup alarm. Yeah, like one that you have to get up and go shut off. Have a backup alarm. My main alarm is on my activity tracker, this little thing right here. It sits on my wrist at night, and it will vibrate quietly when it's time to get up. I don't want to wake up my kids or my husband, so I have it just on vibrate. It will continue to vibrate on my wrist until I either snooze it or shut it off. Now my backup alarm is my cell phone. My cell phone, even though it's on airplane mode at night, the alarm still has volume because I have my phone set up that way. Now, I didn't always use my phone as a backup alarm. I started doing that when one day I was traveling, I was in the Eastern time zone, and I was woken up by daylight. That's terrifying for a VIPKid teacher, especially a full-timer, because there's no way we're waking up in daylight hours if we're full-time. We are waking up way before the crack of dawn. So it was daylight and I panicked. I looked at my activity tracker and it was off. It hadn't died. It still had plenty of batteries, but somehow, and it was a different one. It wasn't this one, it was another one I had. Somehow during the night, my cheek or my face or something pushed on the power button long enough to shut it off. That day, I started using my phone as a secondary alarm. Thankfully, long story short, I made it to class with like 2 minutes to spare. So thank you, Jesus. I was very, very thankful. Okay, so the next tip is to keep your schedule the same week after week after week if you're able to. It helps your body get into a routine. It helps your body know what to expect. If you just keep that same schedule, I would always teach 3 to 8, 3 to 8, 3 to 8. Sunday through Friday. Actually, on Sundays, I would teach 2 to 8. So if you're able to, open the same slots week after week, and you will just know what to expect. You will know when you need to go to bed. You will know when you need to wake up, and your body, believe it or not, on Saturdays, I take Saturdays off, and on Saturdays, many times, I will still wake up at teaching time, and I have to force myself to go back to sleep. My last tip for you is to leave your work area set up and ready to go. When I get downstairs, I have about 12 minutes left, 10 to 12 minutes left before go time. Is that enough time? Yes, it is enough time to start my computer and whatnot, but you never know if your computer is going to choose to do an update at that time. So my suggestion to you is to leave everything ready. Shut down your computer the night before and restart it, and then put it in sleep mode. That way, all you have to do is flip on your light and log into your classroom. If there are any updates to be done, hopefully they can be done the night before. When I get down here, I literally turn my light on. I have an 18-inch Diva ring light. That is what is lighting me up right here. I love this thing. And it's got a travel case, so I take it with me when I'm teaching on the go. All right, so I flip that on, I sit down, and I wiggle my mouse, and everything comes up. That's it. That way it's ready to go. I don't have to worry about it. If there were any updates to be done, they were done the night before, and I can teach peacefully. So that's it. I hope these tips are helpful for you. If you've got any additional tips, please let me know down below, because I don't think we can ever have too many tips on how to avoid teacher no-shows. Nobody wants to pay $10 for a class, especially now because we're not even making $10 per class. It's just a bit unfair, but that's another subject. So if you have any other tips, just let me know down below. I'd love to hear from you. So I'll see you in the next video. Happy teaching. Be blessed. Bye.